living in a dream. Now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Second down, Haskins. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Haskins on third down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
First down, Washington.
So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking for the end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Packers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. 25, check.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
No. 319. Back north. He's crossing. He's checking cross.
The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike, 57.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
96-yard line.
This is Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 14. And the Redskin 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Haskins, he's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Redskins.
Set, hut, 15 on it, 15 on it. Okay, check three, check three.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Tyler Lancaster on the tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third and 2, now Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 42 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Play action. Haskins. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield now, Haskins. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Jump out.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separate...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Come on, QB, come on. Watch twist. Liz.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
10:30. Hey, Echo.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
You.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 26. Check. 22 jet bomber. Go to 50. Hey, exit.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 37-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch time.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Haskins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. A toss right to Geis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an error in the game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run with Geis, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Haskins will throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Haskins. He finds his target, Fuller. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. On play action, Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 78 yards, and the Packers have retaken the lead. Normally we're used to seeing Aaron Rodgers drive his guys down the field in the 4th quarter. There, not so much, really didn't have to. Put the ball on the money, let your receiver do the rest.
Yeah, normally we see him operate with surgical precision, don't we? Pass here to a receiver, pass there to a receiver. This time, he just went ahead and gave him the dagger, didn't he? Deep shot downfield.
Big shot now. Is there too much time on the clock, though?
That is the key to everything, but you take the touchdowns when you can and tell your defense, make it stand up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Two times.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. This is Geis, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Right there.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and...
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So it's all over.